Hello friends, welcome to the fifth video on CSS tutorial. In the last video we have seen that how to create a card with the help of division and the text into the division. We have used the property like box shadow, height, width, border radius, and for the text properties we have used the font size, letter spacing, text alignment, text transformation and other properties. Today we will like to add the image inside the card. So first of all we need to download an image. So there is a website available for download the free images with high definition resolution for your project. So let us download an good image for your project. So visit a website called unsplash.com. This website will provide you high definition photographs freely. You can download it and you can use into your project. So I'll search for any of the picture like the keyword called computer, and I'll select any of the images of computer. So I found this one is good, so I'll just select it. I'll click on the download and image will get downloaded onto your system. Now copy that image which you have downloaded into the directory where you have created your project. So I have created on my desktop. The folder name is CSS tutorial, and inside this folder paste your image. Now rename this image for the better understanding. So I'll name this image as my picture dot jpg. You can see that I have given name to this image as my picture dot jpg, and it is present in the same directory where my html file is present. Now I want to use into my card. So let us come to the html code. Open your VS Code with the same project, and inside this division box we have a created text, and above that text I want to add an image. So let us remove this content and add it into a paragraph. So create one paragraph and paste that text into the paragraph. And now let us check your output once. So right click inside the code, open with live server and check your output. You are getting the same output. Now we have used the paragraph. Now above the paragraph we want to add the image, and we know that how to add image with the help of img tag. So come to your code again. Now above the paragraph you need to use that tag. So write img tag. Inside the img tag there are two attributes. Source, it means that the path of the image where you have stored. So you can see that the mypicture.jpg image is present in the same directory, that is CSS tutorial. So you directly write the name of that image, that is mypicture.jpg. So you can directly get the image into your box 1 division. An alternative text, you can write an alternative text of the image like computer and check your output. Again go back to your browser and you can see that the image is there, but it is appearing too large. It is getting entire screen or the original size of the image which is there present in the file. But I want this image to be inside the card. It should not go outside the card. So what is the provision for that? So it means that you need to provide height and width to the image. So how to provide that? So there are different ways to provide the height and width to the image. Either you can provide it into the img tag itself as an attribute. You can provide the width equals to and provide a width in a pixel. For example, I am providing 100 pixel. I am not providing the height. Save it. It's not a CSS property. We are writing an attribute of the image property. Just save it and check your output. You are getting an image of 100 pixels of width and height is in the same aspect ratio but within a card itself. But we don't want to do that. We want to write an property through the CSS property. So how will you do that? So I'll remove this property from here, and now from the CSS file you want to write the property for the image. Now let us say you want to write a property for this img tag. So again you write an separate property for the img tag. We have not written any class. You are directly applying your property to the img tag. So there is no need of keeping the dot in front of img. And here you can write the property width of the whatever pixels you want. Suppose I want 100 pixels. Save it and check. It will get the same output. If you change the width, like if you change the width of 200 pixels, save it and check your output, it is taking the width of 200 pixels. But now what I want a width of exactly the parent. Now who is the parent for this image? The box. And what is the width provided for this box is, you can check, width is of 300 pixel. So directly you can change the width to the 300 pixel to the img tag. Now save it, check your output, now it is taking exactly the width of the parent, that is box 1. But again there is a issue with this, the way we have written this property. Now what is that issue? Now let's say we have another image used in our web page. After this division, which is starting at line number 11 and which is closing at the line number 16, suppose we have another img tag and we are using the same image, that is my picture dot jpg. And if you check your output, you will see that you are getting that image at the below of the box 1. But now the issue is the size of the first image which is within the box and the image which is outside the box are same. But we don't want to do that, we want us different sizes for both the images. So you cannot write this the way this is not the correct way to give an width to the img tag. Now what is the solution for that? So solution is, instead of writing this, you should mention that you want this width to the image which is inside the box 1. Okay, so how will you write that? So you will simply write here dot box 1 space img. Now what will happen? The image tag which is present inside the class box 1. So here you can see that inside the class box 1 there is a img tag and it will take the width of 300 pixel. And on the line number 18 we have a img tag separately, but which is not within the box 1, so it will take the original size. So let us check the output. You can see that we got an image of 300 pixel within the card, but outside the card you are getting your separate image with the original size. So that's why you need to mention what kind of property you want to apply to which tag. So we have written dot box 1 img and the width for that image. So I'll remove this second image. Okay, but in the future, suppose the box sizes gets increased. Suppose your client want to increase your box size. So if I change the width of the card is 500 pixel and check your output, now the card width is changed but the image width is not changed, because you have mentioned that image width should be 300 pixel, but it should change automatically to the width of my card, because card is my parent, box 1 is my parent. So how to do that again? So instead of providing a 300 pixel, what I'll tell that img tag that take an width of 100%. So automatically it will take the width of 100% of parent. Let us check your output. Now even if your card width is 500 pixel, image is taking the 100% of its parent. You can see that. Now if in the future if I change the width of my card, suppose again instead of 500 I mention it to the 300, so automatically img tag will take the width of 100% of its parent, that is 300 pixels. Now you can add few more properties. Why we have not provided the height? Suppose you have provided the height again. This is we have already explained in the HTML video. So if I provide the height, it will disturb the aspect ratio. Now suppose I mention the height of 500 pixels, save it and check your output. It is disturbing the aspect ratio of the image. It gets stretched vertically. So to maintain the aspect ratio of the original image, what you can do, you just remove the height. That's the one way. And even if you want to provide a particular height, for example, if I want to provide a height of 200 pixels, so again it may take it's not differentiating, so I'll change it to the 150. Okay, now you can see that it is little bit compressed because its height is quite smaller than the original height, but still you don't want to compress that image. So there is an alternative property for that. You need to write object fit, object hyphen fit cover. This is one of the important property which is used for the images, object hyphen fit colon cover, and check your output. So what exactly happening here? The center of the image will be mapped with your size, and the image from all the four sides will automatically gets cropped by maintaining the aspect ratio. So this is the another way you can use if you want to mention the height. But I recommend you don't use the height if you have a standard design, and use a width of 100%. Okay. Now we want to add few more properties. So now here you can see that the corners of the images are sharp. We don't want it in a rectangular form. I want to give a border to this border radius property which we have used for the card. Same. So here you can write the another property, that is border radius of the border radius for the parent is how much. You can check in the box on property. Here we are using the 10 pixel. So here for the image I want to use suppose 20 pixels. Save it, check your output, and you can see that the image border is of 20 pixels, so the corners of the images are gets rounded. So this is how you can add the image within the card without disturbing the aspect ratio, and you can apply the different properties to the images. Try this much. We'll see you in the next video.